So I just made one of the quickest flips I think I've ever made in my entire hobby life. The biggest news so far this offseason that has dropped, Tom Brady announcing his retirement. But what does that mean for his cards, and why do I think you should also make your flips right now on Tom Brady based on the data I've seen in the past? And also, what does Sean Payton going to the Denver Broncos mean for Russell Wilson and the other guys' rookie cards? We're going to look at that and more, the biggest news stories and the implications it has in the football card market. Let's dig in. 7-time Super Bowl champion, 5-time Super Bowl MVP, 3 times NFL MVP, 6 times All-Pro, 15 times Pro Bowler, most passing touchdowns ever with 649, most passing yards ever with 89,214, and most wins in NFL history with 251, played till the age of 45, has finally announced his retirement in a video released today where he got quite emotional. And look, I got a lot of respect for the guy. He brought a lot to Tampa Bay. He made the Tampa Bay Buccaneers relevant in a time when they were stuck in obscurity with a pretty solid defense. So I am forever grateful for the Super Bowl he brought to the Bucs in 2020, including the other things that he brought people together, right? But what this ultimately leads to right now in reference to football cards is an immediate spike in his values across the board, starting with the rookie cards, trickling all the way down through all the veteran cards when you talk about scarcity and those nicer color match veteran cards. Iconic years with the Patriots, iconic sets of him in the Patriots uniform, rarity, iconic sets and pictures of him from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Those are also selling and spiking right now, but it is temporary. It is fleeting. It will not last. In the long run, his values will go down and down and down because there aren't going to be nearly as many future hype relevant performance driven events that are going to generate enough hype for him. Sure, his values will always retain some value because he is the GOAT and he does have his own brand and he is going to be on TV and he's going to be relevant. But just like Drew Brees or even Peyton Manning, these guys' values do go down after they stop playing. So as you can see, the sale data from eBay spans across the entire gambit, across his entire career. So if you don't have a lot of personal collection value invested in these cards and you don't want to keep it for the long term just to put on your wall because you absolutely love this man, then you want to absolutely go ahead and sell now. I probably could have got a little bit more out of my impact, but I went ahead and took a nice triple up. And I didn't just recently buy this card. So to clarify, I did buy this card back in 2020 for $40. But I have now sold it for right at $125. So feeling very good about the profit. And because he's not depicted in a Bucs uniform, stuff like that, it doesn't do a whole lot for me in terms of personal collection. So I'm happy to go ahead and take that profit, understanding that the values are going to slowly decline and dip, and we're not talking about something super rare either. So in general, you want to go ahead and liquidate and realize the profits that you have in these Tom Brady cards right now. On the other hand, the only quarterback currently under contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for 2023 is Kyle Trask. And Kyle Trask does have some resume from University of Florida with some interesting statistics comparing him to Joe Burrow in his senior year in college. He's also had some interesting games where he's been pretty accurate. He's not a mobile guy, but he has had some interesting passing games in the preseason. So it's yet to be seen if the Bucs are going to pick up somebody or if they're going to start Blaine Gabbert, the veteran. If they're going to re-sign him to a one-year deal, or if they're going to give Kyle Trask the start. The Bucs are clearly entering a form of a rebuild mode. You can see here though that there is a lot of Kyle Trask cards selling in buy it now format today right now with the expectation. So his prices could continue to climb throughout the next week. Depending on what we do in the draft, they could go a little bit higher. I would say if you got the Kyle Trask cards, you want to hold them unless someone is offering you a pretty penny for those. But you can see the sold data is still really low. However, the volume is now high. The volume is skyrocketing. We're still on this morning, February 1st sales. and you're going to see hundreds of Kyle Trask sales. And volume is the precursor to the prices actually going up. So definitely want to keep your eye on that. But check out that rookie ticket auto base from Optic there, going for about 150. The other major news, the Saints gave up a 2023 first and 2024 second when they made their trade with Philadelphia last year to get an extra first to get Olave, Penning. They recouped both of those picks now, but a big difference. The original pick now with Philadelphia is at number 10. The pick they just got from the Broncos for the Broncos to make their deal with Sean Payton is a first round pick number 29. So ultimately, the Broncos will end up trading 3 first round picks, 3 second round picks, plus additional assets to acquire Russell Wilson and Sean Payton. And both of those guys got massive contracts as well. Now, what is this doing for Russell Wilson rookie cards? Well, you can see it's actually generating some volume here. For a guy that already had pretty expensive rookie cards, the more rare Russell Wilson stuff is already going to instantly sell closer to some higher end quarterback cards, right? There's still some people that believe in him. There's still some people that believe Russell Wilson will have his best year yet under new borderline legendary Hall of Fame head coach Sean Payton, NFL winning coach from the Saints. So you can see SGC 9.5 Prism, $70. That is still way down compared to they were before the season when he entered the Broncos. They're definitely spiking now, so you could essentially break even right now, or you could look to hold these and anticipate hype to accumulate for Russell Wilson heading into September. And their defense is still really solid. They have a really good passing defense. So this is a very interesting type of scenario where rumors and speculation and hype could continue to bubble up. And right now, these cards are about a third of where they were at their peak before the season. So you can either break even, or you can do what I'm going to do, is actually roll the dice and hope that they continue to appreciate value through the offseason and try and ultimately break even heading into September. And so if you're new to the Football Card Quest, first of all, welcome. My name is Andy. But second of all, you're now starting to see what is the beginning of the free agency, trade, draft, hype cycle, baby. After the Super Bowl finishes, all of these news stories and events create significant spikes in the football card market, as you just saw with Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. The Texans even hired 49ers defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans. This is a positive point up for Nico Collins and Dameon Pierce, who I'm seeing a little bit of elevated sold volume for. Even Davis Mills, because people aren't sold yet that the Texans will draft a Bryce Young in the upcoming draft, although I think they will. with their top pick. Is yet to be seen if they have to trade up, what Chicago is going to do with that number 1. But these are the kind of news stories that will cause significant ripple effects into the market, because they ultimately dictate the specific roles and personnel deployment that teams do on the field. So, guys, I've got to run to the post office, but I hope you've enjoyed this short informational video. Let me know what questions this brings up for you in the comment section below, or join our constant 24/7 chat with, dude, we got so much going on over there, over at patreon.com/footballcards to unlock that entire football card experience. I'll see you guys in that next video. Steve and I will be live tomorrow night, February 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live eBay sniping. All the biggest NFL storylines, NFL betting, and live eBay sniping. See you guys there. Peace.